Welcome everyone to episode 7 of Inside the Mind of a Houou, where I, as a Houou, will explain my thought process during the Hanchan. And will be one Hanchan followed by a log analysis, model AI as usual. Let's see, first thing 37 tons. We are not the highest out. Kamichai here has more out than us. Not that it really matters that much in how the opponents are pretty strong anyway. That's a 16 Datashi. By the way, I have added captions, closed captions, for my first video of this series, just for the Hanchan part. So just let me know if you want to see more captions. It takes a long time to add captions because of all the Japanese terms that I use. Is a 9-8 man. I like the 9-8 here, I think, of the 3 man. There is potentially some Sansaku on the lower end, 2-3-4 or something, 1-2-3, but we just have a lot more flexibility like this. Cutting the pencil, now having a 3-5 shape, perhaps can go 3-4-5. Tournament already dropped a white dragon, so they don't have a Daisangan so Sangan. Kinda weird that they got it, but it was twice cut anyway. The south is Kampuche against Toyman. I will be focusing a little bit more on my pronunciation for sure, and I hope that you it's not bothering you if there are no closed captions, because it's a lot of work. It's clearly this 5 man, but I don't think Toyman is Tempeh yet. Perhaps they are Tempeh now, but I think we just had to push one more time. We are pretty far from any hand though, so I think we are not pushing this Suchi 7 man here. We can't even do a 6-8 man shape. I think we are just trying to better Ori, especially after that Riichi. Can we maintain our saves with 9 pin, 7 pin? Nah, I think we're just going to full better Ori here because of Toyman. Mostly because of 2 people are contesting and we are pretty far away. We should push the 2-so here, and then Shimotsu is still fighting here with the 7 pin, but there are 2 6 pins here. It's not the most dangerous style to push, but they are definitely in now with the C of 3 pin. The problem is perhaps we should have got 5 so here, or it's so safe against Shimotsu, but now we can follow cut the 3 so against my Shimotsu here against the Tilo. You have so many, this is the how do I say that, the part where how stronger players have an advantage over weaker players, and you have to defend against 3 players. We as Houou can easily, or more easily, or it's just a skill that you should have as a Houou, that you can defend against 3 players and not be distracted by by a retreat that you will just steal into another player. Toyman Mawashi there. If you look at their card, they got 3 so pair and then they cheat here for Tempeh. They deal a dangerous style and they played around the Riichi. That is also something that happens way more in Houou. It's you might think they are falling, but they are actually still in the hand, and that is also quite dangerous. Or you should be careful about assumption that people are fully out, especially with 2 goals made. People are likely trying to push for Kaiten. Kaiten means Tempeh at the end. We just got our Dora acceptance here. If we get Thunder or something, it would be nice as well. Riichi on the left, we are Isanten, but I think Isanten is kinda okay here. We have 8 pin, but it's not that we have a lot of safe. As we are Uncle Headless, Isanten. I can't score that. The Spurs. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 6 effective Suchis. That is really not what we want to draw. like if we build up the Paisho here, it's good, but like this Paisho, it's just really not what we want. It's really not what we want, and we don't even have safe tiles here. We don't even have safe tiles, so we have to push. Like we have 5p Nakatsuchi, but like it's not enough. It's just not enough. We are kind of stuck pushing here, which is really not what we want to see. There's a 5p Nakatsuchi pushed by Shimotsa, 9p already pushed by us. I need to do another Suchi count. I haven't tracked it because I'm too focused with other stuff. Oh no, 5 into 6 bean. This 6 bean is Nakatsuchi, but the weight here on the 6-0 is almost toast. It's almost toast.
Eat.
He waiting on Kemputse here, Riichi Tundra Ventura. We have to Riichi for more value. You can try to Dama snipe the 8-man, but it's too weak. You rather just try to run here on someone who thinks it's... okay. This Vaisho is Uncle Shuchi. Yes, has like 2 or 3% more teal in it. Like, we are obviously not waiting on pins here, but the 4-7 hasn't passed against Kamicha. The 8-monk might come out here from tournament because they are thinking. That means that they have a decision to make. That's the 7 pin. They are defending against us now because we are not waiting on the 7 pin. Kamicha might be waiting on the 7 pin, but it's kind of unfortunate. Like, if there were more Riichi 6 in the middle, perhaps Tamaton to snipe this 8-man would be a thing, but this one is not safe. It's one chance, but I think. And it was 2-5-man. We had like the Uncle 2-man here. Unfortunate. Outside hands. E-Sante. Wait, is it by second battle or is it two-shot battle? I'm not sure. Like, there is technically a Sansuku, but not anymore. Like, or you can go Santa with the 8-man after the right pair up. I think the Sansuku here is slightly better because with the 4-pin tool we can get a ramen. It is so stupid. I just can't believe it. Give me my 1-pin back. Hey, Sansuku. Like, I'm cutting the 8-9 here. Because of 2 reasons. He has an early Monso here on the right by Shimotsa. It means the trees are slightly better, hopefully. But also, if we get a 1-pin pack, we can actually go for open some Sculptura. 2000 plus 2300 in the middle. 6-pin Pon. 3-pin. I think they are fixing a pair in the Pinfu suit, but I don't know which pair that's. Probably not 1-pin, perhaps a 2-pin pair, which would be not the best for us. But we are not going to care, we are just pushing the minus 1000 points button, the win button for Riichi Futura. If we, like in this situation, if we had a 1-pin, we would still probably go for Pinfu Tura instead of Sansaku. Can be Tamten, can be Riichi with a 4-pin. Because of 2 Riichi 6 in the middle, Humamsa pushes half Suchi 4-pin. There's our 1-pin pack. I expect some 2-pins here on the right. I expect some 2-pins pair, but we can also win on 5-pin. On Sumo 5-pin, especially Sumo only. It's one chance on the 6, but it's still double Mushuchi. You don't really want to try it, I think. Well, Kami tried double Mushuchi. Thank you for 3-9. Well, 3-9 plus 3 sticks and 1 bonus sticks. Pretty massive win there. But like with so many Riichi sticks in the middle, people are also more incentivized to just push. They will dealer, but I'm not sure. Like it's really hard to justify like a double Mushuchi, even if it's one chance. They must really be Tenpai. Here are E-Sant, and here if we get a 2-pin, we have Pinfu, but otherwise we will probably break. If we throw something around the Mansu shape, the 667 man, we will probably go 1-pin for Thunder Pinfu Tura. Like Riichi Ventura is perfectly fine, but if it's this early, we can definitely try to get a Mangan here instead of the 2-pin Riichi. Yeah, okay. The thing is, the 7-man doesn't have any upgrades, but it's next to the Tora. The 8-man is still good. We can throw a Tora as well, which would be also kind of good. If we throw the 2-pin pack, we would just go Fury Turn there. People, our opponents won't know that we are Fury Turn, so it actually really doesn't matter. We have Thunder on the 4-pin Shimo, but Shimotra now Riichi, which is really unfortunate. You kind of have to just yeah, you kind of just have to punt. Like you should be in person. You need to really be ready to punt the 5 or 6-man, especially 6-man because we are waiting in Kamputse. Or like the 5-man would be, or the 5 would be 3-sided, but we should really be ready to punt. Therefore, Thunder to the 1 as Tilo this Kamputse. Waiting for the 5-man to come out. The 6-man pawn with a 4-man Tassi doesn't really refute that we have a 5-man wait at all, especially not an 8-man wait with the Suchi, but the 8-man kills into the Tora shape, so you kinda never want to push the Tora, the 8-man there because of the Tora 8-man, Tora 9-man, and the 8-man kills into the Kansan. We are having kinda we can, if we pair up the east, we can try to heads on each here, and then after that, then we can try to pair up something else, and then we have a full Hon each, but we are just discarding some Tiomonos here, like I'm pretty sure I would just discard the honors, but like the hand is just so weak with those 9p9, so it's so weak. We have one Tora now. We actually have Tora acceptance here. We are just going to got the twice cut east here. The twice cut green or 3 times cut green is our safe down now. We are still looking for a lot of saves. Just got the south. It's not the worst here, but like we can definitely win the hand, but it just takes a little bit longer than usual, or like I don't know what usual is, because most hands just straight up suck. Most hands are just unwinnable from the start. We have like Tsuchi, Tora, we have like Naimo, oh no. How Tsuchi to both players, Sabo, Riichi, Nomi, it's Sananka on Sumo. But it's still like it's only okay to chase with, but it's so marginal, very bad weight. Richinomi, like if there was like no Sananko on Sumo, I don't know if you really want to chase with that. Perhaps against a non-Tilo when you are 4th, it's okay, but you like it's not really preferred. We might have a 1-2-3 Sansuku, we will be calling for 1-2-3 Sansuku because we have 2 Tora, we can keep this 7-man because of the north here is pretty sus with the 8 into 3 cards, really looking like a flush there. There's a con now. We are keeping the 7-man. We don't need a second Tora here. It would be really nice to have a second Tora for sure if we were in East 1 flat, or like if we were equal in scores, but we are leading, so we are just trying to maximize win rate. But here we are just standby. The 6-0, like Kamita can hold the 6-0 with a Pinfu flush, so it's pretty easy to see. We are out of Suke here, we can win on the 4-pin, and there's a win for 3-9. Very good win, very good win. The Sansuku rate, you might think it's higher in Houou, but actually the stat says that it's about equal in Houou than in lower rooms, but the open rate give the stats of Sansuku are way higher when it's opened. Like it's like I don't know the exact stats, but if you get the Sansuku, the chance that is open in Houou it's just way higher than in low rooms, because Houou's usually just know that it's really good to go here for 3,900, even 2,000 points, and low skilled opponents usually really want to force a Mangan or don't want to commit to Atotsuke, where you can't win on one side. but it's actually just a fighterable call. I think we are looking into Pinfu having this extended social shape. But now we are just falling, hard falling against dealer Riichi, like as always almost, like, but like in Houou should also have some pushback against the Riichi. I think 8 so is actually way better than this West. It's Suchi with the early 9 so card, and we have 2 of them, so we have 2 turns, but like we will be dealing in with the West, like now, if it deals in, like, there's a slight difference, but like it's either dealing in like earlier or later. There is not that much of a difference. We have like 2, so is it Kampuchea? No, it's not Kampuchea, but like it's the best that we have. It's Suchi 1 Scott. The next things that we can try are the 6060, I think. I think 6060. We don't have anything else. We have like a Hanchan on the 4s, and with the Sotokawa here kind on the 5s, and then we can have the 3 so later on. The 3 so tossed you into Pension weights, but now the 1 so cleared, so the 1 4 so is pretty safe. The 4 so Uncle, I mean, it's Nakasuchi with the 5 card. It just never deals in. I just push 1 so, giving the 8 man here against Kami and Shimo. Hit Shimo Pinfu Tura. If they hit Ura, hopefully no Ura, okay. Like, the Ura is so massive, it goes from like 7,800 to 12k, increasing like 4,000 points, which is like massive. I guess we can play the North if Shimoza pushes the North. We have a 4 wind upward where all 4 players discard the same tile without any interruption. Because like if our hand had like Rakuai or Tundra, we would just try to go for that, but we don't have Tora, we don't have Yaku. There is some trick, or what we can do is try to feed Shimoza the pincher here. We can try to feed Shimoza. Never mind. Okay, the thing is, we can try to feed Shimoza to Tempa and then just fold and then really pressure Toyman's dealership that way, so they don't really want to win anymore. Because like Toyman is our main opponent here. Because we are only 6,000 now away from each other. So I wanted to feed this my Shimoza there. Feeding and assisting, like it might seem like collusion, but if it's tactical and it actually makes sense, then I don't think people like will report you, or like you can have a reasonable explanation why you would do that. You always see that in South 4. First players will just deal into anyone but the dealer something, but you will just technically deal into someone else to end the game. He will keep the extra, we won't. Nah, we just take Rankan Ramen. If we pair up like 2 full, then we have an Ipeko safeguarding the 9 man, but now we just don't. We just take the Rankan. We also lose out on Tundra, but here we can just press the win button here. Riichi Pinfu, like the grab is like 6,200, so like if we just win with 1,000 points, it doesn't really do much for us. If we get like 2,000 instead, we will be like outside of Mankan Run range. We are still within Mankan Sumo range, of course. If we really want to skip Tournament Stealer, we would Dama for sure, but the points differential isn't that big. And we need like 12k because we are lost Stealer, and if Tournament Mankan Sumo's on our dealer, we lose 4k, so the swing is 12k. So we kinda want to be just 12k ahead of Tournament. I don't know if they're still pushing. I'm not tracking that. They are pushing some unsafe tiles, but they might not have safe tiles. It's more Pinfu, hopefully some Ura, but pretty good win here. pretty good win, 14.8k. So like, and another really really good hand. So like we are outside of Mangan Simo range in South form. And what also helps is that two players, Kami and Shimotsu, are very close together, so they will be fighting for any hand. That's an e-spawn. We can do the same as before. We can try to feed Shimotsu here, uh, but like what I'm reading is like a Pinfu heavy hands. We are trying to move towards Thunder otherwise. Uh, and we can just feed Shimotra, but we can also just win our hands. If Kamita looks close or fast, which they kind of do, if they discard like a middle tower here, we were just going 36-8 pin, I think. South card, twice card. I think we can go just 3 pin, feed them to Tempai. And then there's an Aka, which usually means manga, but it might not be, or like it can still be 3-9, but or like it can also be 5200 if they have enough food. But this is kind of okay for us. We are not pushing the Raku high. We don't have any Kenputsu against. Wait, what? Okay. Against Toyman, so we are keeping this 9, so against Toyman. I don't think they are anywhere close, but like, I'm not going to try pushing into Shimocha. It was just the 3-pin feed here, feeding them to Tempai, hopefully, and then making everyone fall. That is kind of the strategy here. Otherwise, like, in East 1 flat, I wouldn't try to feed, of course. But we are actually East something, and this 3-pin isn't the worst, especially now. Like 5-8, 4-7, I'm more dangerous, but the Reaping is really pushable actually. It's a Sabo for the Mangan. It's okay. It's still we are still outside of Mangan Shimo range. We have like now not Kami and Shimo that are fighting for one harm, but Shimo and Torment, so that is also fine. You have like two Akas to deny our opponents the value, which is pretty nice. You're just going to Shimakiri this Naimon. You're just going to play very defensively. We really don't need to win the hand. And if we win, we can still try to win the hand, but if we win the hand, it's going to be open Tonrao and nothing else, really. So we are just going to cut the pants on, cut 9-9 pin, cut perhaps a 5 pin as well. We have to save those against Toyman. We have like Exodia here, but it's really not needed. Oh my god, what are we going to cut? Like, I don't know. Like, the thing is, we don't really want to win. Or like, we kind of want to win, but we don't have to win the hand. Just get rid of the South now. Like, I can still have like a Mangon Shimo. We have the Aka to kind of solidify, well, how to say that? Well, insurance that we don't get Rakuten. We can deal into Mangon here on the left because we are more than 8k above 30k, which required to win. But we can actually just win their hand here. Like, it's not that difficult, but I'm kind of scared about Honitsu, but I really shouldn't be. Like, the Rakuhai are mostly gone, so it can also still be just an Itsu or something. We have like 3 Aka, so they can actually have Itsu 3 Dora, and then we are really sad if we deal in. Just want to sumo Kiri. Like the AI, like I don't know, the AI won't like it for sure, but like we really don't need to win the hand. Okay, is it Samsuku instead? Okay, the Pinfu felt pretty live, but let's check the log. I hope Moto AI is up again, because last time, or like the last time it wasn't, and then I had to how to say that, to record another video and then add them together, but it seems to be working. That is good for us. You can see everything. You can't see everything here. Okay, I need to change the window. Okay, 1 second. Okay, this is better. Let's open the hands and then start analyzing. Again, so the scores. We got, spoiler, we got 88 here, 88 rating, so we made some mistakes. I kind of aim to go for 90, but this is an arbitrary number. Let's see if it got the 891 here, 891 here. It just wants to value the flexibility here. Torment is still very far away from any hand. Let's see if it pushes his 5-man. It was kind of scary, but it doesn't push his 5-man. It really thinks it's very bad. It's false right here, which is totally fair, but I just didn't think they were Tenpei after the Pensang card and the honors, and the Sosangun is out, but it's like I didn't think they were Tenpei. That's kind of why I just pushed. And now there's a Honitsu shift. And now it's a Riichi. I'd like 5 so because it defends against the other players. I like 5 so here. I'm not going to maintain saves here. Like 9 pin here does allow us to fight back, but we are not fighting back. So I like 5 so here. And then 7 pin, 9 pin, we got 2 so because of like if Simulta Riichis later on, we have 7 9 pin. That is why I got the 2 so. Having my reasoning here is perfectly fine. I got, what did I got? I got 3 pin, same reasoning as before, keeping 7 9 pin against Simulta's chase, or the potential chase it is. Let's see Toyman here. They don't want to push the streamer because of the Ipeco Pinfu on the left, on the 3-man. They are just trying to Mawashi around the 3-man and they got it. Yeah, 3 so here. 3 so from Toyman, and then here it wants to go west. I guess if we also can technically deal into Toyman, but it's really unlikely. I guess we have enough save tiles. There's 18 tiles left, so we have like 7 9 pin, and then the rest. Therefore that was a mistake here. Tournament, not even. We have enough save tiles here, so like it doesn't matter here. There was still a deal in. Oh, there was no rotation mode. 1 pin, soon. We have like a weak hand. Let's see. It just cuts the 1 so here, cutting Tura acceptance, like us. And let's see if it chases. Oh, really? It costs 8 pin. We are technically. Wait, yeah, we are technically not. Wait, we are. The hand is just too weak here for Mortal. Yeah. If we go 8, like the problem with 8 pin here, like it touches Ipatsu, but we are like stuck next to, and that is kind of the problem I have here. Because like the effective shoot is out, with considering the 1-4 pin is also quite unlikely with the 2 pin Green Tech and Teitashi. I don't think this 1-1 is actually so bad, but I really understand this 8 pin as well to touch Ipatsu and such. And now we are stuck. We are just ultra stuck. It costs 8 pin here, which is just totally fair to be honest. But let's see. We pushed and then 5. So it really like wrecked our hand. And then I don't think we made any mistakes, but we pushed a bit hard in the beginning. But it's also quite, it's more easy to play when you're just ignoring the receive when there aren't many tiles out, because you will have like those awkward hands where you still can't push. or you're never getting Tempai, and you still have to push like. And Damas here on the 8th. Dan door just can put the hand is just too weak. There aren't that many Riichi sticks in the middle. And I think it's just one Riichi stick, right? Well, I don't know where we can see that actually here, but I think I like the chase. Like I guess there's some flexibility on Tamaten as well. You can toss the weight and such. You have like two uncles. You can easily change the weight up and such. I think I like Riichi. I really want to get more value. We are still in East too. And there are some builds where no one has saved us. Toyman here was thinking about pushing the Tempai. Toyman is actually Tempai here for Ipeko. Tora on the Toriso Pensan is can push against the first Riichi. They were actually already Tempai here and they decided to Tamaten. Hey, they were already Tempai on this move cut. They Tamated on the Kampuche, on the Toriso Kampuche. But I thought my weight was good enough, but it's apparently Toyman has all my towers still, or many of my towers, so it wasn't that great. They just decided to push. And then they broke on the 5-man. Yeah, it doubled deals in. It doubled deals in. So it was a good break on their part. They could have gone 2-so, which was Kampuche, but it's Tora. It's Kampuche against the VOC. It's Suchi against me, but I already discarded an early 1-so. I think the 2-so 1-so maneuver for Toyman was that would be there, but it's the 1-so is still not safe against the VOC. Right, and here it got so bad, and here we just have to go 1p, and then here we got 8 into 9 for the potential Sansaku, and then I don't think there are any decisions here. It's just Riichi, right? Wait, it doesn't show. Oh, it shows here. Okay, Riichi 100%, and then there's we can just scroll to the next hand. Let's see. Kamicha was Tempai there. It was like they must be Tempai there because they were pushing double Mushuchi. It's actually K-bait off. The 6-pin is K-bait off, so it's not the craziest push on their part. Toyman Itse. Naomi on the 3-man. And then Shimocha kinda still suck at E something. 9 wait, is it? Yes, it's 19, and then the Tsun here for E something. Let's see if it breaks. I'm not sure here. It's 1 pin, 95%. So it just breaks, and then 3 pin here to avoid fusion, and then skip, of course, push the 7 pin Suchi, and then pawn here with. It's not that high. It's only 60 versus 40. There's also 2% con chance, but it's never con, and then just take the ramen here. It's like cap it off on the 6, so the 4 is half Suchi basically. And it's kind of amazing that we won here because Simocha has a 369 pin weight, but with Ipeko Pinfu, but like you just have to push, and we saw that no one has the 5-man Kampuche, which they probably would have pushed because it's really unlikely for us to be waiting on the 5-8-man after the 6-man pawn, or even the 5-man is really unlikely. There are so many green powers here, but like it really doesn't matter. Riichi on the left is Riichi Turan 2 on the 6-0 Kansan. And then the chase on 4-5. And I don't know why Toyman has a 5. So oh, there's still Kutsuki. That's still Kutsuki. And then they have to go for Tempai 2-5. Okay, I see now. really awkward to beat Katsuki against two Riichis, and then you kind of have to call because you are low on save those. Yeah, they they could afford it, but like with two DC6 in the middle, you can also try to win. The price is half Suchi. We have two Akai here. This is let's see 92%, and then let's keep the 7-man, right? It wants to Sakikiri here. It just wants to Sakikiri to 7-man, but I want to Sakikiri to North because of the Honitsu. It's a 3-man, 8-man into 3-man cut. So like it really depends on what you would call Sakikiri. Uh, there's a con for Tempai 2-pin. Yeah, I knew this one pin was either Tempai. It was likely Tempai. This one pin that came out. Oh, they switched here to 258 instead of 2-pin console, but it goes into my Sansaku. Kind of unfortunate for Kamitsu. For the Mangan, yeah, it's Mangan with one Dora Honitsu with enough food with the gun, and then we had a really good win here. Let's see, 2-man. Yo, it's 54 versus. It's like about 55, 45 for the pension card, or there's one pin or the pension. We can't call this, right? Nah, okay, but like it doesn't go. That's a Riichi Pinfu across 7-man. I don't think we made that many mistakes here. Like, it's really like as long as you don't tune in, you are basically good to go. But here on this 2-show, it wants to go 2-show here is Suchi, one card over the west. Like the Neyman Sabo is out. Like because of the Neyman pass. I think I just prefer like the cash wins one card. Unless it's reading a tanky rate, but like I don't know, like I think there's not that much of a difference. And then here it's a 6-man, 6-man. Because of this 5-man, 5-show cut. Shimakiri Tetashi doesn't really matter. It's just a 5-show here for me. And then it's one tons on the lower show. I got one show here to keep the 8-man Kemputsu against Kamishima. The 8-man task keep some shapes in order to push for Keiten, but I'm really not concerned about Keiten. It's like not that, it's like 17 percentage points. It's not the worst. And then Tormenshima have a lot of chunk here, a lot of honors. The order really, and then the deal in, or like the Shimo here. We try to wait. Shimo is not even on Honitsu here. It really felt like on Honitsu because of this 2-4 show here. They have too many blocks here. They got 2-show into 4-show, and then they pumped the south in. So I've just fed them here a Pinfu towel. Like they were waiting on Pinfu with 2 Toros, but like I really thought it was Honitsu. But they had the same value, 2 Toro or Honitsu is the same value, and they had a Pinfu with. This one is really straightforward, I think. 9-pin, then 7 show here on East something, and then oh, really? Wait, it's. Oh man, this is interesting. This is really interesting. It wants to go 9-pin to, but we don't even have Thunder. I'm not sure about this, but what the motto here says is just for code 5-pin draw, and with 5-pin you can slide or you can go back into Futon and then try to pair up to 4-pin, and then you can have Thunder Ipeko Pinfu on the 5-8-man ramen. But like it's really interesting, but we don't have Thunder after the 9-pin card. We are losing out on Ukair on the 5-pin, but like the AI says that's not that big of a deal because you can go back into Futon 369, or you can slide if it's getting too late. But we got the 5-pin here, and then it wants to Dama. But the problem here is what I've told you in the Hanchan as well, is that our cutoff or like our leads is so marginal. It's too marginal in my opinion. It's not worth it to Dama here on the 7th hour out. So she may look a little bit expensive, not against Kamito, but I like the early pressure here. Like we don't really need to force them off of our dealer, and we got rewarded with the Sumo and the Ura because now we have a Mangan Sumo lead. I don't think the lead is big enough. And here, let's see if it forces the sleeping. No, it doesn't. But here we are feeding Shimotsa to Tenpai. That is like the goal. That's the goal here. And then the 19, and then we are back to eat something here, but it's not really that special or anything. Like if we get the 7 pin, I think we can push the 3 pin, but we don't need to take the risk. But the 3 pin is pretty okay here. I can see Mozart with the 6 pin. They probably don't have a 3 pin pair anymore. They can't actually have a 3 pin Saba, but then sometimes they pawn instead. It's like, or they don't go to the 3 pin C, but I don't know. And here is our 4. We are kind of just folding. I think we have a horrible match rate here with the Moto AI. Like, it wants to go efficiency, but I just want to get out. If I saw like the Sansoku here, I would have tried to feed them the Sansoku, but I don't think we can feed them the Sansoku. It was more like I was more afraid of the pincer here. Because of the lack of pincer at the board, but like the 3 pin had goal, like I think. So I still thought it was like pincer, but anyway. That is it for me. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below. If you want to have captions, just let me know as well. Uh, and I will consider it. If we get like a more viewers, then I will consider it for sure. Anyway, thanks you for watching, and I will see you in part 8, I think.